Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 5 of the podcast, I believe, with Couch Talk, and we're actually doing it a bit different today. We are on our separate couches and on a Google Meet. The reason being is because I cannot have Jackson over. It's a sad day, but luckily we can do this. So I made a Google Meet. We both have personal accounts. And I made a Google Meet, gave them the link, we're on, we're screen recording, the mics are on and everything. So if you go to enjoy this Google Meet podcast, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications, because this is going to be one to remember. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Definitely. This is definitely going to be.
Yeah. I hope this is going to turn out good. I feel like the conversation flow wouldn't be as good because we are on Google Meet, and I'm just sitting here with nobody talking to you. But at the same time, I feel like it could be a new experience and also really good. Heck, could it be better than the episode 4 of the podcast where we talked about like death? Probably not, but I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Wait, wasn't episode 4 the one we did at like midnight?
Yes. Well, we actually recorded episode 4. It didn't save. I've learned my lesson of how to make it save. And so it would have been episode 5, this would have been 6, but yes. It was at like, well, it ended up.
Sam, did the one we did at midnight save?
Yeah, yes, for sure. I uploaded the third one, which was pretty cool, and it's doing well. I feel like the podcasts are doing great. Some of my videos on the channel have like 7 views. That podcast has, I think, like almost 20, and it was posted like posted like 15 hours ago or something. So I think that's pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah, it's some cool stuff, yo. So
yeah. Tell them about the single or the one-person podcast you did.
Oh yeah, this is probably coming out after I post it, because I believe I'm going to post that today, actually, March 20th. And ladies and gentlemen, it's spring. People on the news are like, it's spring.
Oh yeah.
Because people on the news are like, it's spring, but it feels like winter when it like turns March 1st. Like, bro, March does not mean spring. Yesterday, March 19th, it was winter. Now it's spring. Celebration times. Yeah, fine. Then I can find trying to find the thing to extend myself. Oh, wait.
I was thinking, what if we did some type of music for our intro to the podcast?
See, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking of some sick editing problem. You may not know, but no one in the world records YouTube videos that are like ours, like I do, on a Chromebook. The quality is crappy. The audio's fine. It was trash before, but now it was like, it was so loud. Maybe that was because I was just like speaking loud, because your audio when you talk was fine.
That was a user error, Sam. That was a user error.
Yeah. Anyway, I made a video in 4K the other day. It was pretty sick. It was like my best quality on the channel. So, yeah. Oh, what did you want me to tell my viewers about? You were saying something.
The podcast they just did, the single one.
Oh yeah, I think I'm going to call it the Solo Star. It's a solo podcast because I can't, record a podcast with Jackson every day. But with myself and I can. So yeah, the podcast from the solo are going to be longer. The first one was 1 hour and 11 minutes. And this one's going to probably end up being half an hour or a little south. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan. And yeah, so there's that alongside what you said about music. It's a Chromebook. You can't really put these kind of videos into editing, and it just wouldn't really work, which is kind of sad, but it's kind of sad.
Can you put the iMovie or something and add music?
No, there's no
Can you put the iMovie and add music, or does that not work if it's gone through iMovie and then you upload it to YouTube?
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. It's a Chromebook video, which it's not really supposed to be used for uploading to YouTube. No one does that, but, it's alright. I guess we'll just have to go with the flow. So, yeah. I actually made a pretty cool description for episode 3 of the podcast. It was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, pretty nice.
I think Jackson saw it, but I guess I'll read it to y'all. 17 views 15 hours ago. The title is That One Kid That Drowned at Camp, Couch Talk Podcast Episode 3. And in the description is, in this episode, the guys riff on drowning, getting lost in the woods, what's up with Monica Lewinsky, sneaking out, and many other fun and crazy things. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on post notifications for more amazing content like this video, and we'll see you guys for episode 4 very soon, which will be March 26th in 6 days, once every week on Fridays. So, pretty cool stuff. That's what my banner says on my banner image.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So-
I just talked for a while. You want to tell the viewers a few things that are pretty cool in your life?
Yeah, so last night with my mom, I watched pretty much the first half of The Mist.
Oh, cool. Well, did you enjoy it?
Well, it's pretty good so far. No spoil. I won't reveal any spoilers.
Yes.
But, Sam, have you seen that movie, or have you not?
I have not, and I don't really have any intentions of it, but it sounds interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. Well, we stopped just about 55 minutes in, maybe 50 minutes left or so. But it's a pretty good movie slash book. There's a lot of I found that this sort of happens with the Stephen King books when I'm reading them. I find that there are like sort of different set or episodes of bad things that happen. You know, like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like in The Shining, there's Danny walking into room 217 and finding the bathtub.
Yeah,
then
that
there's
was pretty descriptive.
whatever the heck Jack does at the party, and then there's like Jack going crazy, and then there's like the whole. But because I feel like those are all kind of separate incidents, and I feel like I've noticed that with Stephen King's writing, and I just think it's very interesting because I noticed that with Misery, I am currently reading. I literally have the book behind me.
Yeah, I didn't read Misery. I didn't even know it was a book, but the movie was fire, and Jackson will love the movie. I guarantee it. It's so good.
Really?
Yeah, it's all in one setting pretty much, which is kind of cool.
It's fire.
Where are you in Misery? What's popping right now?
Pretty much what's happening is I'm reading the part where, I don't know if they included this in the movie, but after this I'll get back to The Mist, but right now I'm reading the part where Paul is beginning to write Misery's Return.
So where is Paul? Explain.
I finished part 1 just yesterday.
Oh, does Stephen King do all parts for all of his books? I did not think Misery would have parts. It's like 420 pages or something. It's short-ish.
Yeah, this one's like this one, I think, I got it wrong. I think it's 3:51, so it's actually a bit shorter.
Huh, interesting.
But I can't remember if The Mist had parts, but I think it was so short that it didn't need parts. Like,
Yeah.
it stopped at, it sort of had parts, but it had chapters. It had 11 chapters and 165 pages, so it really was not that long of a book. But either way, back to the discussion that I was making, I noticed that in Stephen King's books there seem to be different like incidents of horrible things that happen. Like in The Mist, there's a guy that gets pulled into the mist by the creatures, and then there's another incident where the creatures fly into the window and then they burn them with mock torches. And then it's just a really interesting movie. It's just an interesting way I feel Stephen King writes his books, and I'm just really excited to keep watching the movie and read more of his novels.
Yeah, I bet so. I definitely agree with you with Stephen King, like these certain incidents. There's a lot in it, and the more I read, I'm definitely having more of a definitive answer to like genre-wise. I really don't think it's a horror book or a horror novel. It's more of a coming-of-age story. Sure, Pennywise, but that Pennywise is not at all, the main, so to say, the main character, the main thing that develops the plot. I feel like it's more or less the characters, and since there's 6, I think maybe 7, I think 6 characters. It's Beverly, Bill, Mike, Eddie, Ben, and Stan, who commits suicide in the second. Oopsie. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much all in all, I feel like it's definitely a more of a coming of age story. There's so many emotional parts, and there can be like a draft of 100+ pages of just coming of age and all the losers together, and then there can be a little like 20 to 30 pages, which may seem like a lot, but for Stephen King's not.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel what I'm getting of this is I still think it's a horror book, horror story, obviously. But
Yes.
I think I guess I agree with you of what you've told me that it does seem kind of like a coming of age story.
Oh, totally.
Like I think here's what I think is happening. There are chunks of the book that's coming of age, and then there are chunks of the book that's horror, like straight up horror.
Sure. Yeah, sure. But even in that horror, there's coming of age with the losers banding together to fight, and that really shows coming of age. And I feel like there's also a theory. I think my dad pointed this out that Pennywise, that like Georgie, the reason he got killed, and this isn't like the first 5 pages or something. It's not a spoiler. The reason like that happened is it resembles something. It resembles coming of age. Georgie will be alive forever, but always a little boy. He won't be dead, but he will never come of age. He will always be the 5 or 6-year-old Georgie he will be to resemble Pennywise, and Pennywise does not want the kids to come of age. And then they finally do once. They don't fear him. They don't fear him at all, and that's what drives Pennywise. Fear. And that really, like, I mean, I'm not going to spoil what fear has to do with the book and the movies, but fear, it drives. And that's kind of like the overall scope of Pennywise in one word: fear. Not, so that's just, that's kind of, they scare him with not being fear, because Pennywise wants to make them afraid and fear him. And if they stand up to him, then he has no worth. If they are not scared of him, if they will band together to kill him, to run away, to not let him
here's what I'm thinking.
Keep killing kids. That's kind of what's going on.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If he's motivated, if the scope of him is fear, or I don't think I worded that correctly, but if he's driven by fear, and then they're not scared of him, wouldn't he just retreat?
Somewhat. I have a question.
I think he would still have a motive to kill the children.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure why, but I feel that he would still have some sort of a motive. Because then there kind of wouldn't be much of a story if once they become unafraid of Pennywise.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you want me to tell you the correct answer? There is a correct answer. There's and there's a wrong answer. Do you want me to tell you? Because that will probably spoil. Or do you want to have to agree or disagree on this one?
If the audience wants to know, I'll just mute my computer, but...
Okay, sure. Mute the computer, but then unmute. Make sure to unmute.
Okay, 3. Give me a thumbs up when you're done. 3, 2, 1. Mute.
So pretty much, guys, what happens in the fear, when the losers kill the dude with fear. Literally, it's kind of scuffed. They kill him with fear. They are like, I'm not afraid of you, I'm not afraid of you. And then he's like, yes, you are. And then he gets smaller and diminishes when they band together and fight him and don't fear him. Fear kills him. Not stabbing, not doing that. In the first movie, sure. They don't fear him, they fight him to the death. But in the second movie, when he finally really dies, fear kills him. No violence. Well, there was violence, but not when they killed him. So. Fear, yeah, don't worry, I'm right and he's wrong, but that's chill. But there's a right answer, and I'm correct. Okay, you're unmuted. Coolio. Okay. So, yeah, overall, it's a really good book. I'm halfway through now. I'm officially halfway. It's 1,157 pages. Halfway would be about 578, and I think I'm on 582. So I'm halfway through, over half, and that's pretty cool. So.
That's impressive.
Yeah, thank you. I know. Yeah, the pages are definitely long. The parts are long. But I believe I'm coming up on a new part within like the next 100-ish pages. I'm coming up on part 4. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready. There's a little too much detail. I'm like, dude, calm down. I don't need this one detail of Aodar for 3 pages. And it's a little disturbing how upfront it is. I guess I'm just gonna have to go out on a limb and say it here in like a sexual way, because he really describes things, not just for adults, yet for kids. And if you put 2 and 2 together, sexual and kids don't make an amazing, connection for a book that a middle-aged man wrote, or anyone for that matter. And he did write the book in his coke days. Stephen King was a cocaine addict, and he wrote a scene, I heard, that was, I'm going to go out on another limb, a child orgy, when he was taking cocaine. So, all I'm saying is, it's a lot of detail. I'm not sure if I really want to know a lot of that detail about, these kids, getting a little freaky, but, whatever. Still a good book, but, a little disturbing, definitely. Not scary, but disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right for your standards.
Yeah.
But almost at the halfway point in Misery. But I recommend that book. It's not scary at all yet.
Oh, well, trust me. I don't know. There's a really famous scene in the movie that I hope is in the book, because it's been recollected for decades now. So. Yeah, there's like, there's a famous scene, like in The Shining. There's a lot of famous scenes, but hold up, wait a minute. You haven't seen the movie, right?
To Misery, no.
No, to The Shining.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Can you mute your computer for 5 seconds so I can tell these people what I'm gonna say?
Yep. Thumbs up when you're ready.
So the thing that's like the trademark, like in Stephen King, like The Shining, when he's like in the door, he's like, "Here's Johnny," and then like in Misery, when like Annie like bashes his legs together, which is pretty cool. And I feel like in it, there's too many, so I can't say that. But yeah, in The Shining, when he bashes the legs, or in The Shining, when Jack like, "Here's Johnny" in the door frame. That's not in the book, by the way. And in the movie, I'm not sure about the book. I haven't read it. I'm not going to probably. I didn't even know there was one. If I did, I would read it before the movie. And it was pretty cool because it was like when Annie bashed his legs together, which I thought was famous. It is famous. So, yeah. Okay, we're back off unmuted. So.
Now that we're done doing that for a second time.
Yeah.
The only thing that just a kind of an off-topic comment, kind of irrelevant, just a comment of what I know of the movies based off of Stephen King novellas. It kind of disappoints me that in The Mist I watched a kill count for it, Dead Meat. Check them out, but check him out. He does pretty cool stuff, but I feel it's a bit disappointing that the end of, or they change some things in each book. I mean, I understand, like, you have to make it you have to make it like a time that's good. You have to make it entertaining, but I feel it's just a bit disappointing to find in the movie like an ending that's completely different. Because I know, just based off common knowledge of The Shining, the spoilers, obviously, the end of the book is Jack hits Wendy with a cricket or roque mallet or whatever it's called, cracking multiple bones. And Dick Hallorann comes. I'm not sure if that happens in the movie. I'm sure Sam might have told you, but
I did not. But
and then the hotel's boiler explodes, and I don't think that happens in the movie. Does it, Sam?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in the movie. I just think
the movie is so cool. So cool. It is. Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. It's way, way cooler than the book. The ending in the movie, it's longer, and it's really good. It's famous. The ending scene and like the ending scene of the scene before like everything is gone, when like Danny and Wendy get out of there, famous. It is one of the most famous. It's like a snapshot. It's like the ending scene, like it's a black screen for a few seconds, and then it just goes for like 5 seconds and shows this one scene, and it's one of the most famous snapshot scenes in any movie. So when you are allowed to watch it, or when you can, or be a cool kid and sneak it or something, the ending is tight. So
yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say to
I'm
that.
sure a lot of people know about that ending scene in The Shining, whether they've watched it or not. It's gonna be a fantastic movie, I can already tell. But
Yes.
I think we should maybe drift away from the horror concept and
I
maybe
agree,
try
because we've been
something
doing
different.
the horror concept for like 15-ish minutes now. So yeah, maybe we can drift away from that and just drift on. But yeah, overall, all great. The Mist, Misery, The Shining, it's all great novellas, all great things. Movie adaptations are amazing. And yes, so we spent a lot of time on that. And now let's drift on to something a little more light than not killing and bashing and brains and stuff. Breaking Bad. I'm almost done with the series. I know I've said this like 10 times on my channel, so I'm almost done with the series.
Well, nice.
I heard you're watching The Good Place, Jackson. How did you finish it or what?
Yeah. I did finish The Good Place. It was a funny show. I liked it. It's not like funny, like ho ho ho, very chuckle, ho ho ho. But it was a good show. I recommend it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You say you tried to watch it. I can't remember.
I don't think so, but I think I know what it's about. I saw like I think my mom may have watched it, or I saw something like when I ended.
I don't know if it would really be I don't think it's really your taste of entertainment,
Yeah,
but
probably
I
not.
don't
I mean,
know. I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's got 4 seasons. Plenty of plot twists. I feel you could have kind of. I feel it kind of could have just ended at the end of season 1 or season 2, but it managed to mediocrely create
Oh, it's a sitcom. Okay.
another storyline that actually was decent. Like it didn't completely butcher the new storyline like a lot of shows do when they end the storyline and start a new one. But it's a pretty good show. And speaking of a great new storyline, not new storyline, but another TV show that I started watching is Stranger Things. I'm almost in season 2.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, Stranger Things is great. I'm waiting for season 4 to come out, which hopefully, I believe it's the spring of this year, and it's the first day of spring, so maybe we'll see it within the next few months. Hopefully.
Well, should like come out today and be like, "Yep, it's the spring." We get.
I doubt it, but I don't know. I mean, when it comes out, I'm gonna know. I'm gonna see it on TV, on like the news, new season. I'm gonna see it on YouTube. Like I don't even have TikTok anymore because it's not even like that good of an app. But if I like go on YouTube and like upload a video, I'll see. Like.
Wait, hold on. What did you say on TikTok?
I said I said like if I go on my phone, I'm like and like I don't even have TikTok anymore. That's where I usually find news about it.
Did you delete the app?
Huh?
Did you delete the app?
Yes.
I congratulate you.
I deleted it like 100 times and then re-downloaded. The reason I deleted it is because 1, it's annoying. 2, it's addicting, and I don't want to be on my phone for more than like 3 hours a day. And 3, it's depressing. There's a lot of really sad videos I don't want to see. So yeah. And I would go on to YouTube. Literally, I don't like scroll on YouTube. I just like search on the video. I would literally go to like make a video, and I would see like reviewing Stranger Things. I mean, it's so.
But good job.
Thank you.
You have joined the not TikTok army once again. The non-TikTokers.
Yeah, I joined the non-TikTok army. Now, not exaggerating, I think I deleted the app 5 or 10 times. No exaggeration. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's that addicting, and it's not even that good. Like, think about it. Literally, Charli D'Amelio stands there. 5 million likes. Addison Rae turns around, does this. 10 million likes. Like, bro, no one cares. Get out of my game. I mean, I bet I put more work into my videos than both of those two combined. Maybe not YouTube videos.
Yeah, you've said this multiple times on and off camera. You're like, Addison Rae or Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae can just go like this, and then they get like 12
Yeah, I
million
know.
likes.
I probably shouldn't because it's like
Actual effort into your videos, and in your videos aren't just twerking.
well, okay, I'll just start doing that
That's
then.
in your videos, like your podcasts, whatever else you do. It's just the media is a twisted and screwed up place. I just feel it's
It
an
only shows the
place.
bad things. Like I'm on the news, like you got killed. That person was murdered. That person was kidnapped. It's not like and this person got a golden retriever. It's nothing good. It's always the bad news, and that's one thing the news has to change. I think it just. I mean, I don't know, man. News is the media. It's a crazy unraveling spiral.
Jim, if you watch the local news in the morning, you will see a lot of like traffic accidents, kidnappings. People
Yep.
get shootings happen every single night, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
know
every night.
you do, Sam. You got to give them a break for a second, though. They do try. They do have some good stories.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm not saying that it's the news. It's not the news fault.
businesses do-
I'm saying it's sad that there's so much of it. That's what they're mainly broadcasting. I'm not hating news people. Do your job. You're doing it great. I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating at all. I'm saying it's honestly sad how much violence there is. That's like all they broadcast. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I don't think give anyone a break because I ain't doing anything to anyone. I'm just saying. So,
Bad.
but I get your point. Yeah, I probably should have worded myself a little better, but yeah, man. Yeah.
But
What are you gonna do? I guess.
best. They're trying their best. Like
I know.
they do good stories too.
Yeah, they
I-
put like my dog. My dog was on the local news, which is honestly pretty cool.
What, you've been on the news?
My dog,
Oh, your dog.
a bottomless snowman, who literally ate up a placemat this morning in the cage. Naughty little bugger, I think. Maybe in the cage. I'm not sure. We went to the park before I did the podcast with Jackson. I called him like 5 minutes late. I sent a reminder, FaceTime Jackson at 9 a.m. It was 9:05, and because I went to the park with my mom. So let Barney run with the other dogs. I raced the other dogs. It was fun. I got back to the house at like 8:50, 8:55. I made 2 toaster strudels with icing, and I had to eat, and that was more important than having to do a podcast. Eating is amazing, but then 5 minutes later I called, and here we are at
5 years later.
9:51 doing this. So,
Yeah, completely irrelevant story. I was just thinking about this, and I need someone to rant to besides my brother and my mom, who doesn't care. But she's just annoyed with me. But have you heard of the channel PBS Kids?
I very much have. What?
Here's the thing. We have that channel, and that's kind of the only quote-unquote kids channel we have on our television. Television, TV. I'm sorry, guys.
Boomer alert! Boomer millennial, you've been shot! Oh, I better not. Okay, guys. It's okay. Nothing to sweat at all. Nothing to sweat, guys. It's A-okay. We're still screen recording. No problem. We're still recording. That's the only good thing. Give me the link at the top again. Just give me it.
Oh my god.
We're lucky as hell. We're still recording. All right, give me it.
That's so funny.
What is it?
Are you recording right now?
Yep. I can't pause. Just give me it.
Okay, hold on.
What is it?
I replied the neat link to you. You guys can skip past this part.
Yep. Sorry, guys. If you're seeing this, you did it to movie lover for life 11@gmail.com, right? Oh, there it is. I see it. It came up. There it is. Join meeting. I'm joining.
Oh, this is so stupid.
I'm in. Sorry. Okay. Everyone on mute. We're good. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I exited the meet by accident, but it appears we are still screen recording. Let's go, baby.
We're back.
That was
Okay,
stop.
so-
It's okay. We're A-okay.
We're okay. So
Anyway.
PBS Kids.
What were you just saying? Sorry.
Well, that's PBS Kids is the only quote unquote kids channel that we have on our TV. Like we have Netflix and YouTube and Fire TV and Disney Plus and all that stuff, but that's the only channel we have
Yeah.
for kids. But you see, here's the thing. I don't mind watching like Curious George or Peppa Pig. They're really good
Peppa
cartoons.
Pig.
Unfortunately, we don't have cable, so we don't have Peppa Pig. But of course, we could get that somewhere else. But my point is, they took off all the good older shows on PBS Kids. Like they took off, or at least they stopped airing it at the time that I was watching it. Like they replaced it. There's like Peg and Cat. They replaced with like this new show like Eleanor Wonders Why. That's pretty stupid. Like they replaced. I mean, Curious George is still on there, thank God. But like they replaced. There's a lot of other shows. I can't exactly remember them right now, but they replaced a lot of really good older shows with new ones that really were unnecessary. And I just, maybe I'm a hater because I'm a boomer when it comes to television shows and kids shows. Maybe I like, because I liked them, I sort of quote unquote grew up with them. I just don't like that they tried to replace them. And they were really good shows. Like Peppa Pig, I think it was about math. But either way, I'm just a bit pissed. Just a bit angry.
Sorry to hear that. Luckily, here we have a cable, but yeah, that must suck. If I freaking Breaking Bad got taken off AMC or something, it would be a sad day. But yeah. Speaking of shows, I'm actually I uploaded my Big Bang Theory season 2 recap because we watched like 11 episodes together, and I told my viewers, how did the Big Bang Theory season 2 recap come to be? Jackson came over and we watched like half the season. We watched we watched season 2 episode 13 to season 2 episode 23, and I think the first episode of season 3 and maybe the second episode of season 3. So like 12 or 11 episodes.
We watched about 200 minutes of the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, we watched over 3 hours of entertainment of the Big Bang Theory, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I saw when I was looking at your YouTube channel, and I was over at your house and we were looking at your YouTube channel, I'm like, there's only one Big Bang Theory recap, and now you finally have a second one.
Yeah, so well, the third one's not coming out for weeks. I mean, well, usually when it'll come out is when we have a sleepover, because then we'll binge it. But that'll probably not be until, well, I think like both my parents are gonna get like vaccinated, so probably within a month, I would say we could have a sleepover. I don't know.
So only like 3 more virtual couch talks.
Well, yeah, because I think we should probably do an episode of Couch Talk. I would say like every weekend. It can be on other day, but I was thinking, let's see. Let me do some quick math.
I could do it every weekend. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, because I have to upload once every week, and I just didn't want to be like a pain in the ass and have to do it every weekend. But if you could do like one every like Saturday, just one a week, then that would actually be great.
Yeah, I'm sure the viewers don't want to hear this and they don't care, but you know.
Yes, they do. We got 15 views in 17 views in 15 hours. That's not trash versus a kid who has nobody. I mean, 17 randos, random people, not counting my grandma and you and my mom. So that's 16. That's 14 random people that watch this. Think about it. 15 randos in the world that just like click on video. Cool.
But anyway, I'm usually free sometime I usually have free on the weekend. Like, I don't have to really go anywhere until 1 o'clock today. So, you know.
Where are you going?
Sometimes on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. Where are you going, Jackson?
CrossFit Kids at my mom's gym. It's nice. It's nice.
CrossFit, yeah. I was thinking maybe like one of these weekends, maybe either next or the following, we could go on a bike ride, because my mom said if you come in here, we have to wear masks the whole time, which I don't think you will really want to do, nor do I. We like, you know, we bike to Dairy Queen or some crap, you know. So.
You know, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the Big Bang Theory season 3 recap coming probably not that soon. And I think my parents are getting vaccinated. I think my mom, the earliest she had, is like April 2nd, April 9th, and the latest is like late April. So within probably about, I would say about anywhere from about 3 to like 7 or 8-ish or 6 weeks. Yeah, within like I would say like a month or something, you'll probably come over for a sleepover or something.
Yeah, so it'll probably be a month or so until you guys get a in-person couch talk.
Yeah, probably. But for the time being, we'll be doing this kind of couch talk, and that would be so freaking cool, Jackson. We could literally talk and then say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joining us now, 15 minutes into the podcast, we have a guest star. And we could like literally like call them and then add them. That would be so sick. Like that
we could give
real
them
podcast.
Like on Google Chat, we could give them some sort of cue. Like Sam says, and our guest star.
They can see the Google chat.
And I to them
the screen
go,
recording.
and
They can see the Google chat. The cue won't really be like hit it or something. That's what you're saying.
And then if they were to like join the meet on cue, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I suppose it would. Have you seen any good
go,
movies lately?
What?
Have you seen any good movies lately?
I don't know. Not really. But there's a new musical coming out by the creators of Hamilton.
Cool.
What?
I said, cool.
Yeah, it's called In the Heights. I think it'll be a good one. I mean, we'll just see. We're just gonna have to see how long it'll take for it to come out.
Sorry about that. I had some stuff stuck on my braces. Yeah, that sounds cool. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I saw Hamilton with my aunt, which was actually pretty cool. I saw it in the top box office seats. She got really good tickets. We were like in like high up seats, not in the normal audience. It was cool. We got to say what like famous people said. It was tight. And I fell asleep halfway through. I was scuffed. Because I think I was like 8 or 9, maybe 7, probably not, maybe 10 even. Heck.
Did you?
And I was like, Hamilton, Alexander Starr was eating, Hamilton. So, yeah. You know, it would be so bad if this doesn't save. That would be a tragedy.
Yeah. It would be really funny but pretty cool at the same time if we could have like Stephen King as our guest star.
Honestly, maybe if I'm bored, I'll write to him and say, Stephen King, you want to join a podcast? He won't, I guarantee he won't respond, but maybe if I say, my friend, and you could even write him a letter too. I would say a letter would be better. And maybe we could literally add into this. That would be that would be an honor of a lifetime. We would obviously have to do the podcast for over an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would be freaking amazing.
Oh my god, we're like thinking so ahead that we're gonna have Stephen King on a podcast. It's scoffed because we're not, but yeah, I'm gonna write him a letter. I think, and maybe next week or maybe in a month he'll join our podcast for one of our episodes, and maybe he'll sponsor us or something, or give us let us read his work that's new that he hasn't published. That would be so cool.
But unfortunately, if you Google it, it says it doesn't usually read fan mail, which is too bad. But
honestly, we're two 11-year-old kids that love his books, and I don't know a lot of kids our age that read The Shining, that read It, that read Misery. I don't know. So maybe, just maybe, that's a little too repetitive. He'll respond. But I guess we'll never know. I don't know. It seems like a fun thought.
I bet, but his original audience is definitely targeted at young adults, more or less, just older people than us.
Yeah, but we're mature kids that can read cool and thug books. So
we're cool kids. We can read big kid books.
Proof.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to talk about something else, or what are we doing here?
I don't care if we want to wrap it up. We can. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe a tiny more, but we'll wrap it up. This can be like our going into the end thing, I guess. So yeah, guys, we're gonna probably indeed sadly wrap it up here. That's like my voice. I'm gonna say, all right, guys, and that's when I make my voice a little higher. But anyway, I've What have I been doing? Anything fun? Anything new? Not really. I've been still reading it. I'll probably read Doctor Sleep, which is the Shining sequel, next. What do you think? What do you think you're going to read next after Misery, Jackson?
Very nice. What?
What do you think you're going to read after Misery?
Probably Doctor Sleep.
Yeah.
Good idea.
That would actually be kind of cool, because we could, like, on the podcast say, like, what do you think? And what do I think? And that actually be kind of cool.
Yeah, like, we could read at the same time, and then be like, how far are you? And then we could discuss up to this point. It would be pretty cool.
We could also, like, a book club kind of thing, where we would, like, I would, like, text you, like, you want to read pages, like, 1 to 50 this weekend? And then we could, like, talk about it.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That
Book
would be
club.
kind of cool, yeah. It's been good here. It's been good. I've been being
I was gonna say,
Huh?
I was gonna say, what if we did a read aloud for our book club? But you already have done many read alouds, so.
Yeah. I don't know. It's that could be a good idea. I've been thinking of doing another read aloud for the third book of the Daredevil Beacon series, and I already have 2 parts of 7 parts recorded, but I don't think I'm gonna upload that because I just think it's a little too much to handle. That's why I canceled reading the first Harry Potter book. Too much to handle, and I couldn't get them uploaded. So.
Like, you could do read alouds, but they'd be Stephen King books.
Yeah, I could. Or you should make a YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, I think you could, and that would honestly be pretty fun.
Hold on, I want to see how high my what's it called?
How high your one is?
Resolution.
It's 720. It's no Chromebook is gonna have an HD or an 4K quality. I don't think. You have to go to the camera and go to settings.
That it looks the same. It looks the same.
720p, dun, crappy quality. Well, what are you gonna do? And I've been, my parents watched a movie called Saint Maud yesterday. It's about this, like, religious person that's, like, growing closer to God, but not at the same time. And, like, in the end, like, sets herself on fire because she thinks she's gonna go to heaven. It's supposed to be good, but I don't like those kinds of movies that are like, oh, spirits, ghosts, oh, I don't like those kinds of, like, melodramatic, well, not kind of melodramatic, like those, like, kind of, like, spirit, like, awakening movies. I like more of a straight-up horror thriller, if you feel my flow, you know. That's kind of what I think's better.
I wondered how that movie would have turned out with you.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Why not?
Sure. Or should we continue, or what do you think?
What do the viewers think? Oh, I think we should wrap it up, guys.
Well, I guess you heard him. Alright, guys, if you want to enjoy the Google Me podcast, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications. And I actually thought this was really cool and good. I thought it was amazing. We could Google Meet and screen record. And screen recording is a new feature, because before you had to get an app, and that was hard to figure out. So now, I can just do this.
This worked out well. This worked out very well.
It did, and how about same time next week, 9:05 or 9?
Sure, why not?
What the hell? Alright, well, I'm going to FaceTime you after I can clarify if it's saved, and we can talk, like, just for, like, a second, and then I'll let you get and go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 5, I believe, of the podcast, Couch Talk. If you want to enjoy, subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications, and in 1 week from today, which is probably, I believe, April 9th, because this will probably be posted April 2nd, we'll be doing episodes.
Oh, guys, you hear that voice crack? April 9th.
April 9th. You voice crack too. I guess we're going through this road together.
Oh, of course I do, Sam.
Anyhow, so, yes. Yep, subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications.
Lord.
And that's the podcast. What?
It's my mouse pad.
Oh, it's a very sexy mouse pad. Get away from it. Get it away. It's too diminishing for my eyes. Okay, subscribe, like, turn on post notifications for the 10th time, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye, guys. All right, bye, Jackson.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, yep. Subscribe, like, turn on post notif.
Is this still recording?
Yep.
Oh, of course it was. Alright, see you guys.
Wait, can I? Oh. Oops. Okay. Bye, guys. Subscribe, like, and notifications. Post on. Bye.